Save the bees by going out to eat. How Tamayo is creating a major buzz around Earth Day. And could your child use just a little confidence boost this summer? I think we all could. We've got a camp that's helping kids come out of their shell. Also, today, the Denver Spring Market, yes, puts the best of local businesses right in front of you. If you like homegrown finds, this market, baby, it's for you. Colorado & Company starts when, Ben?
Right now.
That's right.
As far as I'm concerned.
That's
right.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Portions of Colorado & Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
I know. Welcome to Colorado & Company. I'm so excited to have a fan favorite. Is he a fan favorite?
No.
I think he's not.
No one knows who I am.
No one knows who he is. He is back. Let's give him a round of applause. Yes, he is back. He's leaving. Is that a bow?
Yes, and it's customary. The lower the bow, the more respect is
I've
given.
heard that, yes. We have to say your name, though. He is comedian and my good friend, Ben Roy. Good friend?
Yes, we are close friends.
I think so.
Very
All right.
close friends.
You have a special show coming up at Comedy Works in which he totally rules. What's that all about?
So it's called Ben Roy Presents Almost Famous. And your elbow just came off. Don't think I didn't see that. Yeah, don't think I didn't see that. Don't think I'm going to let that pass.
Okay.
But no, it's called Ben Roy Presents Almost Famous, and I host a show with a lineup of up-and-coming comedians that are like blowing up in the scene. If you don't know, if you are out there in Colorado and you don't know, Denver has one of the biggest comedy scenes.
It's really good.
In the United States. I would put it, I will say it goes LA, New York, and Denver. And forget Austin. We are way better than Austin.
Nobody likes Austin.
No one likes Austin.
Nobody. I did stand up in LA. Can I come on the show?
No.
All right.
But
can't wait.
Here's the thing. It's a good question you can always ask.
Thanks for that. No stupid questions. All right, we can't wait to learn more about and maybe even meet a couple of your pals.
We could. I brought some lettuce to feed them.
Are
You
they
can
rabbits?
hand feed them.
Cool. All right,
You can
good.
hand feed
They're
them.
stopping by for a bit. But for now, we have something very delicious cooking in the kitchen.
Yes.
Let's walk over
These are my
together.
favorite parts.
I know, we get to eat. So Tamayo is back with a menu that is beautiful, it's delicious, and it benefits a really good cause. This is their Viva Abejas, and I said that with, emphasis there. It is celebrating the important role bees play in the ecosystem. Because I don't know if you guys know this, without bees, we don't have agriculture. Okay, sorry.
It's great.
I got a little aggressive.
We're so excited.
So today we're going to get a taste of one of their special dishes that you can try. Joining us now is, of course, Executive of Business Operations. What a great title. Isabella Sandoval, also great name. Good to see you, Isabella. Round of applause, that's right. So, Isabella, can we jump right in? You're bringing back the Viva Abejas menu to Tamayo this year. For people who don't know, what is that? Why is it important for your family to do this again?
So Viva,
Stop eating.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
please. Viva
she said it's
Abejas
fine.
means long live the bees.
Yes.
So long live the bees.
That's right.
So for us, it's really important about educating the younger generations about our ecosystems. Like you said, without bees, we wouldn't have any of this in front of us.
Thank you. I completely agree. What do you think about the bees?
What is this? What is that? What did I just eat?
Those are
that's-
psychedelic mushrooms.
That's actually 10 days old. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, it's delicious. I'm here for it.
What is that?
It's a blue corn masa
Cornbread.
biscuit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, made
You
with
should
blue
try
corn.
this.
Should I try it?
Yeah, you
Okay.
should try it.
Okay, wow.
But it's got
I
a
saw
cornbread,
crumbs.
but it's a little different than cornbread. It's not quite as sweet.
Yeah.
But it's really, really good.
Yes,
that's
and it
really
comes
good.
with a nice Requesón cheese and a little bit of honey as well.
I was going
That's
to say honey
cheese?
would be good.
Yeah.
That's a cheese.
That's it. You want
I'm
dip?
gonna need this back.
All right, you want to read
Feel free.
question 2?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Please. Yeah.
You're doing great. Doing great.
I love that this menu celebrates bees because they help us so much more than people realize. But why was it so important to spotlight sustainability? Why is that so important to you in a way that still feels fun? Why was that such a
Well
big deal?
said, dude.
Thank
Well
you.
said. Yep.
Thank you. I
Yep.
thought of it just now. Off the dome.
Rolled off the tongue.
So sustainability is super important. Again, we wouldn't have any of our fruits and vegetables without bees, without pollination. So we start by educating the younger generations because we feel that there's who's going to set the stage for
Amen.
the future. They're going to be our leaders. So if we start by educating them and also doing it in a fun way. So tonight we're actually going to do a little guac demo class with Kids Connect. So we're going to read our book to them, do a little guacamole class, and get them to really just understand, about pollination.
That's amazing. I do have to say, non-political, I'm trying to be, but let's just all remember there are no humans without the bees. And my aunt's a beekeeper, so shout out to Aunt Barbara.
I love how you got so political.
I did. I went over the line.
Man, wow, I feel, I'm sweating.
Don't
you know
say
what
that.
I mean?
I have a job to keep. Isabella, what are you making for us today, my love?
So today we're gonna make a Viva Tiradito. So we have the completed version over here. So it comes with some chili crusted ahi tuna, some cured salmon, some hamachi, and it comes with a delicious lemongrass leche de tigre.
Whoa, and you're a fish guy, no?
Yes, I'm
You're
a
a
fish
huge
guy.
fish
I'm going
guy?
to eat all of this.
Are
Can
you?
Can I eat this?
I wouldn't recommend that.
What about that one?
Yes, I would go
Okay.
with this one.
Now, you told me I'm supposed to also
Yes,
drizzle
so this
honey
comes
over
with
this?
a orange blossom honey that goes on top. I'll let you do the honors.
Just like the Cheerios commercial.
Yeah, you're
That
right with the
thing-
bee.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
I want
this
one of
is so
those.
good. And it adds a bit of sweetness, no?
Yes, it does.
Okay, let's do this.
And of course, all the citrus notes, the avocado puree that's in this dish wouldn't be possible without pollination.
I'm so glad you guys are I'm so into the bees. Save the bees. All
Save
right.
the bees, long live the
Do
bees.
you, right? Do you have a special cocktail menu? Because this would
Yes.
be good with, like, what would this go with?
So personally, my favorite is the miel de fuego, which is a mezcal forward drink that we have here.
Nice. Mezcal.
And we also have a gin and like a coconut cream beverage.
Yum.
And then, of course, we have a non-alcoholic beverage as well with a honey and lavender foam.
Can
honey
I
foam.
Can he
drink that
do
one?
the-
Can I
Yeah.
have that one? 'Cause
Let's just show the foam,
Which
too.
one?
The
This
foam one?
the
That is such a
non-alcoholic.
clever...
Daddy has a problem.
Daddy.
It's a honey
so
lavender
much.
foam.
But it's solved by this honey lavender foam.
Oh my God, yeah.
What a fun way of drinking. I haven't thought about that. That wasn't messy at all. No, it was clean.
Yeah, there's not a real clean way to drink it, but it is delicious.
I'm glad it was up to your
it's like-
standards.
yeah, this is so good.
That
There's like a
looks good.
lily pad of, what's this on the top?
It's a honey lavender foam.
Ooh, all
Sounds
right.
delicious. And a good band name, Honey Lavender Foam, come to stage 5. All right, this menu isn't just about great food and drinks, it's also about giving back. And I want you to talk to us, Isabella, about how Viva Abejas helps support bee conservation, because we need it, again, non-politically, more than ever, ... Okay, sorry.
All good. So yeah, so my dad actually wrote this book, Viva Abejas. So we partner with Slow Food USA, and we partner with Kids Connect, Boys and Girls Club, and we actually have this book part of their curriculum.
Wow.
And then of course, we do the guac demo class. And so all the proceeds from this book, which you can get on Amazon in English and in Spanish,
Whoa, that's awesome.
all the proceeds from this book actually go to the World Bee Project. So they kind of do research about biodiversity and just understanding, why our populations of bees are declining. So
I'm going to Tamayo just for this bee situation.
Are you getting your bees, are you sourcing honey locally? Do you get it from local beekeepers? Where are you getting most of the honey that you're using?
yeah, so a lot of the honey is local, and for a few of our properties, actually, we do partner with free-range beehives. So they come and install beehives, and then they can actually make products for you from the honey that is produced from those beehives.
Isn't that fabulous?
That's great.
I'm going to let you drink here and eat here. I want to say you are very well spoken. I can see you taking off. There's a big buzz
See y'all later.
around Tamayo. No, you stay here.
Oh, sorry
Do you?
about
I
that.
think you stay here, and
If you want to take the tenderloin, please feel free.
Ooh, well, he's going to take that one as well. All right, he's going to go eat there. Ben, you stay there and enjoy. I'm going to hop over to the set to greet our next guest. But first, some Tamayo information for all our viewers. Of course, you can try the Viva Abejas menu at Tamayo through April 22nd. If you want to make reservations, all you have to do is go to tamayodenver.com. Save the bees, y'all. Save the bees. Ben, you're okay over there?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm going to eat some of this fish, but there's no utensils, so I'll be
Good.
writing a strongly worded letter.
Okay, thank you for that. Now on to a different topic here, and this is just as important, today's Healthy Colorado conversation. We're actually talking about a surgical option for women facing breast reconstruction. And I know a lot of my viewers know someone or are going through this right now, because navigating the cancer landscape is really difficult. And every woman is different, but having a choice in how you're treated after a mastectomy or a lumpectomy is a vital part of the journey. I'm here with Dr. Adam Levy. He is a board-certified plastic surgeon with Common Spirit Health. Hi, Doc.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. What you do is amazing. It's amazing, an honor to have you here. I know friends that have done this, and it's not easy.
No, every patient's very different, but it's a very difficult journey for me.
It is. Today we're talking about something called, and I hope I'm saying it right, DIAP flap. Is that right?
Yes, deep flap or deep flap, there's a lot of ways to pronounce it.
Okay.
But for patients undergoing mastectomy for breast cancer, if they don't want to use implants, another option is to use their own tissue. Typically, that's something we can take from the lower abdomen, and it's a way to reconstruct the breasts in a more natural manner without having to use a foreign body.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure the rejection of that is so much easier when you're using your own tissue.
So there's typically no rejection. It's often like a self-transplant where we're taking that tissue, and so it's your own body, and using it. It's a much more durable and long-lasting option compared to implants, which may have some issues in the
Which we've heard a lot about recently. Okay, why are some patients opting for this type of reconstruction? And can I be honest, is this offered to everyone nationwide, or is this an up-and-coming procedure that's only in certain areas?
So it is an option for many patients locally. It depends on the expertise. It's something that does require a higher level of training and skill.
Yeah.
And so it's not offered everywhere, but can be found in many places. But many patients are opting for it these days because it's growing in awareness and because it is an option that can be a little bit more durable and a little bit more natural for those, again, that don't want to have implants in their body.
And I just have to say, just like on a personal level, when you're already going through something, using your own body must just feel better and more empowering than like a transplant, I imagine, like a self-transplant. Don't you agree?
It is. It's the result. The fatty tissue from the abdomen often feels very similar to breast tissue, so you can get a very natural feeling result. It's not perfect. It's not exactly like your own breast tissue, but it can be a close second.
Yeah, and that's what I think most people prefer. Talk to me about who's a good candidate for this in its deep flap procedure. Am I saying, I want to make sure I get that right.
You nailed it. So
okay, good.
Most women can be a good candidate. It's always a conversation with their doctor to see if their overall health would allow it and to fit with their goals and their lifestyle. But there's not a lot of exclusions. Some patients, even if they've had prior abdominal surgery, can still qualify.
Is that right? Do you have to have like extra tissue? Like, do you have to have a little poochie poo, or can you just use, it's always available?
It's not always available. That's the main site that we can get tissue from.
Got it.
In some women, there are secondary options, but a lot of women do carry a little bit extra, especially after childbirth, and that is a great option.
We're proud of the poochie poo. That's what I call it. I could make assumptions, but please tell me, what are the benefits of using your own tissue in a reconstruction as opposed to an implant? Again, I guessed, and I pretend to be a doctor, that like the rejection would be better. Are there other positives there?
So the nice thing is there's no rejection. The positives are that it is really your own tissue. So as you age or your body changes, it will adapt with you.
Oh, wow.
Unlike an implant, which is a static device. So that's the main advantage, is there's really no maintenance or long-term consequences to having that in your body.
I'm just glad there's innovation for women right now going through this, because women in medical research have been ignored for many times, and I would agree with that. So I just appreciate this. Now, the big thing most women wonder is how long it's going to take them to just get back to normal, everyday life. Can this procedure help women get back to that activity faster?
It's a great question. It is a big surgery and does take some time to recover. Most patients are able to get back to their normal life within a couple of months and get back to normal activities. We have all sorts of protocols to help them recover quicker. But for most women, it's a good trade-off, because as time goes on, it allows them to get back and not have to worry about the reconstruction or having future issues.
Yeah, and there's just something dignified about using your own body to help heal itself. It really is. All right, let's ask. I have a viewer. They're like, should I do this? Should I call? When's the right time to have a discussion with your doctor about reconstruction?
Honestly, the earlier the better.
Oh, really?
The patients who present before mastectomy, if they talk with the reconstructive surgeon, it's always better to go through your options ahead of time so that you really know what you're getting into and have the best outcome possible.
Okay, so call sooner, as soon as you think about it, call.
Yeah, and typically that comes through the breast surgeon and the rest of the cancer team, but often patients are referred earlier, so that it's helpful for their planning purposes.
And if your doctor is not prescribing this, maybe advocate for yourself as well, having learned this from you, which is important.
Definitely.
Okay, good. I love to ask, what just got you into this specialty in medicine? Is this something personal for you, or you just tell me about that?
I think it's a very meaningful specialty. It allows a lot of patients who are at a tough time in their life to get through their cancer journey and really be able to reestablish form and function, which is kind of the basis of plastic surgery. So it's a great specialty in being able to help women in that scenario.
Yeah, you give back. Do men ever have this happen?
There is breast cancer in men. It's more rare, but typically we're not talking about reconstruction.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for giving women the dignity that they deserve back.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Very happy to have you. Human kindness is what Common Spirit Health is all about. I want you to visit their website to search for hospitals and doctors in your area who specialize, like Dr. Adam Levy, in reconstructive microsurgery. Go to mountain.commonspirit.org/location/ST-Anthony-Hospital. This Healthy Colorado segment is sponsored by Common Spirit Health. Thank you, Doc. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, we are feeling a little bit snacky as Ben Roy snacks on the tenderloin himself, which is really good because this Friday, the Hip Snacks, the band, they're going to be joining us for GFF. Rock out with us this Friday. Order up April's issue of Denver Life magazine. It is hot, it is fresh, and we get a look inside the popular food issue that's coming up next. This show is very food heavy, and I'm happy about it. The food issue of Denver Life magazine. It is hot, and fresh. Thank you. Good improv. Just waiting for you to enjoy. Now, joining Ben and me is executive editor and the most well-dressed person I know, Lacey Morris, everybody.
For real? For real? For real? This outfit? It's
Thank you.
It's a
Thank
vibe.
you.
As the kids say, it's a vibe.
It is a vibe. And mine?
Yep.
Okay,
But
great.
we're moving on.
Yeah, what about me?
Yeah, right. It's all about you. So April's food issue goes beyond the plate. Share some more about what are the homegrown stories you have in there. I love that you're going local with this.
Yeah, and usually in food issues, it's more about chefs or restaurants, and we instead are turning it on the growers and the farmers, the people who are actually making the ingredients that the chefs are using.
That's amazing. Good for you guys.
And it falls kind of in line with the bee talk.
I was thinking the same thing.
We have some bee talk coming up too.
What?
Yeah, more bee talk.
Tori is obsessed with bees.
I'm very bee heavy.
Yep.
Check this out. It's your read.
Oh, is it? I don't know where I'm looking. There I am. I like that you. I do like that you seek out local companies like Bjorn Honey. Turns out it's served all over the state, right?
Yeah.
And microgreens, they're having a moment too. And luckily for us, they have a place in the food issue too.
Yeah. So
Tell us about both.
I will.
I'm going to give you both.
So Bjorn Honey is a local company, and it's a husband and wife team. They have roots in Sweden. So
They
a
were
lot
Bjorn in Sweden?
I think that's actually the grandpa's name. It's a husband and wife. So they do it. They've been doing it for generations in their family, and so how they do it here is very traditional. One of the things that they don't do is move their bees. So therefore, they're always eating the same land, the same crops. So it really comes through in the taste of the honey. Nice. And for Bjorn, you can buy they have shops all over the state. You can also get it at the airport, but you can also taste it in real life at Margot on Pearl Street, and Chef Justin Fulton. He's one of I think he is the only Michelin-starred chef in Colorado who's born and raised here. So we're just keeping it local all around.
Margot's also got a great reputation. Talk to me about microgreens. Are they just the smaller, are they the little things you put on?
Yeah, they're garnishes. They're garnishes, which I think the farmer that we profiled is Mountain Man Microgreens. He grows 40 different kinds of microgreens, edible flowers, herbs, and he supplies a bunch of different restaurants. One of them is Mercantile at Union Station.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's amazing. And Colorado is also milling grains, right?
They are, yeah.
So what's the story with that?
So this is the one we profile. There's lots of different farmers doing this, but the one we profile is based up in Carbondale. It's Roaring Fork Mill, and they're really cool because they're doing stone milling instead of with steel. So it's slower, it's more traditional, it really brings out the flavor in the grains. And they also focus on heritage grains. So these are grains that you really can't get anywhere else. There's a really fun story in the magazine about a grain that was basically extinct, and they found it and decided to bring it back to life. So it was like there was like one bag left in a warehouse somewhere. I don't know.
This is where my passion comes in.
Yeah.
Grains.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm a grain guy.
Yeah.
That's what they
Big
call
grain
us,
guy?
a grain guy.
Yeah.
Ben Grain Roy.
Fascinating.
I could say it's ingrained in me.
I was going to say it.
Yeah, but you left to see what happened was you left it kind of circling the
so
rim.
annoying. People clapped for you.
I know.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, enough. What other yummy things, because I can't imagine that there's delicious stuff in this menu. What else is in
There is
this
a lot of different things in the magazine. You have to buy it to find out. But we profile a couple different restaurants. There's Chef Johnny Carell's new place in Cherry Creek.
Nice.
There's the Brinkerhoff in Castle Rock, which is a really cool concept and kind of revitalizing that area. There's a new coffee shop that just opened in Cherry Hills called Lavender that is doing some really fun things. So,
can I ask you real quick? Is this all you do? Do you get to go to tons of restaurants and just try?
I wish. No, you know what I'm usually doing is typing on the computer.
It's the same.
A lot of
Yeah,
typing,
that's me.
editing,
I'm always
writing.
typing. And at a Chili's, I go to Chili's a lot.
He gets
That's
that
not
sexy.
a lot of microgreens.
Yeah, no.
Not a lot of
Lunch
not a big-
special Ben over here. That's right. Thank you so much. So everybody experience everything that Colorado is dishing up in the April food issue of Denver Life magazine. You can subscribe at denverlifemagazine.com. You can also pick it up at King Soopers, Safeway, Barnes & Noble, or Tattered Cover. If you want it right now, get your digital copy at Zinio.com. denverspring.com. Interesting. All right, let's keep the conversation about fantastic local purveyors going after the break. The Fab Finds at the Denver Spring Market. We go shopping, Ben, right after the break.
Look at them waving.
They're waving
They're
so well.
happy.
It's like promo. We get 200,000 views a month on social media, and it's growing. Don't get left out. Follow us on Instagram at Colorado and Company. Ben Roy just did. We also post full episodes and segments on YouTube. So subscribe and stay on top of all our great local content.
It's Japanese.
It's a Thank you so much for spending time with us. I'm getting roasted over here by Ben Roy, of course, with us on Colorado and Company. This is the show that proves why shopping and dining in Colorado is the absolute best. Here's another reason to love it here, the Denver Spring Market. Honestly, it's the best. With us, we have Ben Hansen from, Hansen, nice.
Yeah.
All right, from Main Street Events, and one of the market vendors, Dante Parozzi. Is that right? I like saying it like that.
How the Italians say
That's
it.
right, the Italians say it. So Ben, how did the Denver market get started?
Yeah, so I actually grew up with two parents that were artists, and
beautiful.
depending on markets was what we did. It put
Yeah.
food on the table for a long time. I started my first business when I was 19 and traveled around the country doing shows with my dad.
Okay.
And we decided we wanted to create the market that we always wished existed.
Nice.
And that's what Main Street is. I grew up in a super small town in southern Colorado, and Main Street really mattered there, right? And supporting your neighbor and supporting local and pouring money into the community. That's what we're hoping to bring up to Denver.
Isn't that wholesome?
That is wholesome.
It's like,
It's the most wholesome thing I've ever seen.
All right. We got
It's like someone didn't get a parasol.
Why didn't I get one? It's a you know what? It's a monocell.
Tori, it's my question.
God.
Ben, what could shoppers experience at the spring market? What could happen?
Yeah, so-
What could happen? Because it feels like today anything could happen.
Anything can happen at a Main Street market, but for anybody that joined us for the winter market,
Yeah.
we hope it's pretty clear that experience is really important to us. If you're choosing to spend your time with us, we take that really seriously. It's really important. So when you walk in the doors, we want you to be wowed, right? We do tons of over-the-top decor with Alpine Lighting. They're a partner for all of our lighting and decor, light tunnels, trees.
Really?
They're going all out for spring. Denver Urban Gardens is here doing a
love them.
free herb planting.
Amazing.
We have Mountain Safe is bringing in a live artist. We have a real putting green right outside of our tavern that we build. 2 bars,
About
tons
time.
of lighting,
about
DJs.
time.
It's going to be great.
I know. It's putt-putt time.
It is, but well, it shows he's got his finger on the pulse of the city.
It's true. It's true.
I've been saying, where's more putting
I
greens?
need the putting greens.
Yeah.
Dante, you are one of the vendors at the market, and we were just admiring your stuff off camera.
Yeah,
Tell us about
this is beautiful.
your jewelry. Tell us.
Thank you. I make bold sculptural jewelry out of recycled metals. I use brass, silver, and gold.
Wow.
My background's in sculpture, and I took a jewelry class thinking I would use it in my work and realized jewelry was where it's at.
This is what you want to do.
Let's go through some of the items that you brought. I came around and I was admiring
This is my
bracelet.
favorite, too.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks. This is one of my pride and joy.
What is that based after? What's the inspiration on that?
It was a whole collection. Yeah, this cuff is called the Kare cuff, and it was about just undulating, mimicking fabric, so material shifts and making these pieces out of metal that look like fabric.
I love that. I love that mix of that. I think it's beautiful and it's very artistic. What other items did you bring, Ben?
Yeah, so we have a lot. I know we don't have time to get into everything, but a few we want to point out. We got to try this. So Anushka is one of our
Show
folks
the
that brings a
camera.
lot of treats.
Let's get over here.
Her work is gorgeous. It's delicious. All made right here in Denver. She started with us last year at the Winter Market.
Wow. What's the name? I want to make sure.
Anushka.
Anushka. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
We also have Counter Couture. They help with our tote bags every year. And a lot of their stuff, you can customize it. It makes great gifts. It's all hand illustrated and printed right here in
awesome.
Denver.
For like bachelorette gifts too?
You can do anything, anything.
How are you enjoying this?
It's so good, but it's stuck to our hands. This is so good.
Delicious.
Well, how will this affect my A1C, Ben?
Probably
Because
improve it.
Okay, great. great.
Probably
It's going to
improve
go
it.
Down the
up,
hatch.
which is what we like. And then what is this? Can I ask?
Yeah, so Glue Bunny games are awesome. This has become a favorite around our house. breweries, bars. It's easy to take around. It is easy to learn. It's addictive as heck. It's a lot of fun.
Glue Bunny?
Glue Bunny.
God, that sounds like another band.
Yeah.
Glue Bunny, come on
I
up.
played bass in Glue Bunny from 99, 01.
I'm the backup singer. Okay, let me ask you, Dante, what do you like best about featuring your business and producers at the Denver Spring Market?
Well, I do a lot of markets, so I can say this one stands out to me because with a background in sculpture and installation, they really bring an immersive experience. It's just wonderful to be in the space.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about the light tunnels.
Oh yeah.
Like I like that
It's
you
good.
guys are making this all immersive. I think that's important.
We even build our own small town dive bar at the market.
Oh my God, I'm in. I'm
You
so
can
in.
Come
Will my
experience
dad
that.
be there?
He might be.
You're like, Dad, you were here the whole
He might
time.
be. He might be.
Papa, where are you? Oh, that's fun.
He's been sitting here for a long time. So give us the info we need to know. I hear also you're kicking off the market with a date night?
We are.
What is
So
that about? 'Cause,
Four
you know,
Noses.
I'm available.
Yeah, Four Noses is our beer partner. They actually bring in some DJs, hop frequency. We have a
love Four
huge party.
Noses.
We're bringing in a Bloom bar. Friday night's completely free. Whole community wants you to come and join.
That's huge.
Saturday and Sunday, $5 entry, which directly supports Special Olympics of Colorado teams here in Denver.
You're a good man, Ben.
So we partner with Denver Parks and Rec on that, and we'll have volunteers work in the door, and that's a really cool way to give back. So we're really excited about tying in the community here.
That's beautiful.
Can I point out one thing,
Yeah.
just real quick? Quarantine Project right here. This is a hot sauce
So
that
good.
was started by a Denver comedian.
Really?
Then he left doing comedy because he's very, very smart. But he was a stand-up comedian named Rick DeSimone, Rock
Yep.
Diesel Bones. I have a lot of this.
It's great.
So good.
That's
It's
phenomenal.
really cool you're selling that product.
And I
he's
also
the
just,
best.
really quickly, the $5 part, to bring a family to something and it's expensive for a party of four, I love the $5 part of
Yep.
it and the free Friday night.
And it helps a really great cause too.
Yeah, good job. Got halos over your head, huh? You see him, Ben? You see him? Maybe.
Do I see them?
Okay, we're bringing.
Jackpot.
Okay.
Got one.
Shop the Denver Spring Market and support more than 90 local
I'm
businesses. Oh boy,
singing
you
in
can
the
hear Ben in the
rain.
background. It all takes place at the Sports Castle at 1000 North Broadway. This is Friday, April 24th. Is spring date night from 3 to 9 p.m. Hours for April 25th and 26th are 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So comment with COCO on their Instagram at main.street.events. You can get entered for a VIP giveaway. More info online at mainstreetevents.co. All right, thank you guys for being here.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it so much. Can't wait to be there. Summer camp. I'll be in the dive bar with Ben's dad. Summer camp can be more than just fun when Colorado Company returns. How a local nonprofit is helping kids feel more comfortable, more confident, and ready for everything. Stay tuned. This summer, One Camp is helping kids build confidence, make friends, and feel a lot more comfortable being themselves. So here to tell us how it's Communication 101 is making a difference are Shelly and her daughter, Trisea. Is that right? Did I say it right? Good, because I love that name. Shelly, for people who haven't heard of Communication 101, what is it, and what do you help kids learn to do?
So my passion is communication, and I wanted to start helping people communicate better before I even thought about the kids camp. So I started my business, Communication 101, I do women's seminars, and I help CEOs communicate better with their coworkers and all the things, right? And I thought, well, she struggles with friends and with things going on, technology and everything. So I thought, you know what? I want to create a kids camp and help kids because, to be honest, a lot of adults don't feel like they need change sometimes.
Yeah, right. They're stubborn.
Yes, and I feel like starting with kids, they start younger, and we can try to, get them to understand it. And I say mold, I don't mean that in a negative way, but like just helping them understand the ways of communication. And as they grow using it, repetition becomes habit, and then they start treating their friends better and talking better. So creating the kids camp has been amazing. Like, I've just learned so much, and she's been passionate about it. So we pretty much are a nonprofit, and we teach kids to communicate better in their relationships, work out conflict, and learn how to treat each other.
That's what's missing right now, especially with the cell phone. I'm not trying to put the teen youth down,
I know.
but communication is huge right now because we're all like this, you know? Bravo, first of all, for your initiative and ambition. What are some of the biggest challenges kids are facing right now when it comes to social skills or even just like confidence?
Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of social media and a lot of cell phones. If you go to a restaurant, everyone's on their cell phone, not even the kids, but the parents too.
Totally.
And I feel like that that makes them not be able to socialize, and have conversations. So like even dating now, I feel like you see them in a restaurant and they're both on their phones and they're not even talking. So I feel that, building confidence is communication, because we're trying to help the kids interact together, communicate better, and pretty much like work out things. I feel like they just kind of clam up when something goes wrong, or nobody knows how to have conversations together.
Right.
Ask questions about each other.
Especially like hard conversations, that absolutely won't happen.
Right.
You have a camp coming up, is that right? So what can kids, if they get off the bus or whatever they do, what can they expect when they come?
So when they get there, we have the registration, they get 10 tokens. And those tokens, which are right here.
Oh, cute.
Those tokens are given out where they get to give them to their peers. So if they get each get like 10 tokens each. So if they give each other a compliment, that kid can find out like, hey, I think that's a sincere compliment. And then they give them a coin. So they get to get coins from each other. And then the counselors also get to see them, be kind, be helpful, give each other compliments, and be aware of other people, not just themselves. Totally. And then we give them tokens. And at the end of camp, they get to spend the tokens in a store that people donate things like we're trying to get, Lego, like different companies to donate toys and stuff. And then they get to buy things in a store with their tokens. So they get rewarded.
Solidify that by actual having something.
Yeah, that's what makes us unique.
Because that makes the habit full.
Yes.
I mean, really, that's amazing. Now I want a token. Okay,
you can have one.
I will. I'd be taking one. Trisea, as a counselor, first of all, congratulations, counselor. What do you see kids gain the most when they go through camp?
So this is my first camp as being a counselor with my mom.
Very exciting.
I'm very excited.
Yes, you should be.
And what I hope to see kids gain the most is just confidence and social skills, as my mom said, because like younger kids, like even my age group, just don't know how to keep a conversation. And it's just like social media and stuff has gotten so intense and like stimulating that it's just like so hard for kids to like ask you like, how's your day going? Like they don't like, it's not good at like starting a conversation.
Absolutely.
And this camp is great for it because we like role play, we use like different fun activities.
That's awesome.
So it's like kids aren't bored while doing it, but they're also not like on electronics, and they're actually doing fun activities without having the stimulation of like
the tech with
them.
I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit older, like not a lot older, but a little bit. Just kidding. And I struggle with the social media aspect. I mean, adults my age have that issue. So this is a phenomenal way to start young. For parents watching, they may have a shy kid, right? Maybe they have a little kid who struggles socially. Why do you think Communication 101 can really, really help?
So this is one of my favorites because I see some of her friends that don't talk very much when they come over. I always try to ask a kid a question about themselves, or I give them a compliment, like, oh my gosh, you have such pretty blue eyes and I love your earrings. And then they're like, all of a sudden they feel warm, like, oh, she's nice, she likes me. And then they open up. So at the camp, the counselors are gonna be doing that. And we have more counselors. We have a lot of counselors, compared to kids, because we want to give that extra attention so the kids get noticed. So we don't have all these kids and one counselor and then the kids don't get extra attention. So we can see that kid that's shy. And then we introduce that kid to maybe another kid that's kind of shy. And then they feel like, oh, there's someone else like here that's like me.
Like me.
Yeah, and so I feel that is like my favorite, because when I see a kid go out of their little shell and like open up and they're laughing and you just kind of find out what they like and how familiar, like the familiar things that they feel make them feel comfortable, and then they just open up and it's like they bloom.
And then
that's like my favorite part.
And they start talking like crazy. So
yes.
You are absolutely changing lives right now. Thank you both for being here. I want to thank Shelly and Trisea. Communication 101 Spy Kids Camp is June 15th through the 18th. They're giving a very special discount to our viewers. So if you use the code COCO Kindness, you can sign up now by going to communication-101.com. You can also use the QR code. It's right on your screen. Take a pic of that. Deadline for registration is June 1st. I want to thank you both for being here, and thank you for what you do, Shelly. Absolutely. Now, it's one of Denver's most talked about restaurants tomorrow on Colorado & Company. Kelly heads to Yuan Wonton to make pot stickers with James Beard Award finalist Chef Penelope Wong. It's one of our all-time favorite restaurants at the COCO Studio. And financial education. I think we should start early. When we come back, the tools that help kids get a good start in understanding money. April has just been proclaimed as Financial Literacy Month in Denver, and I'm so excited about this next conversation because learning about finances is one of the most important things about growing up, and many of us, including me, who feel educated but financially sort of ignorant, really think this should have started when we were younger, so I'm so happy today. With us today is Prince Dykes, founder and president of the Global Children's Financial Literacy Foundation. Bravo to you, sir. We also have students Hudson Love, phenomenal name, and Alexa Blake, also fantastic name. Prince, share more about the foundation and what it all does.
Oh, yes. You know, these book series that you see here, we teach kids about investing, credit, insurance, real estate, so many financial topics that we wish we was taught as kids. And we turn kids into first-time shareholders of stocks or investment accounts as well. Something that was grassroots, started back in 2017, and we issued out the first investment account back in 2019. You know, everything was independently. So since I retired from the military, I just kept it going, and you know, here we are today.
I have to say thank you for your service in the military, but also thank you for your service for this, because I was telling them off camera, I know about the mitochondria, but I know nothing about like investments, and it's embarrassing, you know? So this is so helpful to people. Wesley Learns, that is the book series. Explain the inspiration behind the books.
Oh yeah, Wesley Learns, my now son, you know, this book series is 11 years old now.
Oh, is it?
So now my son is 15 years old. His name is Wesley, and it started with him being a kid and me learning on my financial journey. And I said, wow, he should know about these things at the youngest age possible. So taking behind what President Kennedy made famous with, not ask what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country? So I decided to create it myself. And I was already podcasting, you know, hosting a podcast on financial literacy. I took a liking into it, and we wrote the first book, Wesley Learns to Invest, and Wesley learns about credit, Wesley learns about insurance. And then we said, how can we make this tangible?
Yeah, right.
How can we award maybe bank accounts? Kids can have a bank account. Kids can have an investment account, so they can feel like they are a part of the system, because everybody that's watching this and listening to this, I know they wish somebody had done it for them.
I'm seriously like, and I'm not kidding, I'm 40 something, and I would like pick these, stop it. But I would pick these books up for me because I'm that sort of ignorant about it. And I'm so thankful that you took the initiative and did this. You show a tremendous amount of ambition, and I'm so grateful for you, honestly. Hudson, is your last name Lover instead of Love? Did I say it wrong?
Lover.
Oh, Lover, okay. So I just wanted to get that right. So Hudson and Alexa, you are both recipients of an investment account at 2 financial literacy expos. How have these experiences changed the way you understand investing in money? I'm like, you guys are way ahead of me, to be honest. I want to start with you, Alexa. How has this helped you?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here.
Of course, we're honored to have you.
And it's changed my understanding by giving me like a foundation to build upon, like giving me an understanding of how this monetary system works.
Yes.
Like an example would be, my mom and I have devised a plan to take dividends from stocks and put them in a like a policy where I could borrow from it later in like life, so I could be my own bank.
Look at you. And
yeah.
Like I hear that, I'm like, want. Like, I have to learn from her, which is amazing. What about you, sir?
Well, it gave me like a start to investing, and it helped me like learn about it. And then after I bought another share of Standard, like
SPY.
Yeah, SPY.
Nice. And do you guys like watch the stock markets?
Yes.
Yeah, I try to my best.
Really? Unbelievable. I am just at the markets, not watching the stock market.
The thing about it, you can see what type of growth have y'all experienced. Y'all notice that? Any type of growth?
Yeah. Like, it amazes me every time I see growth in my account, because I'm just like, this is mine?
That's yours.
Yeah.
And you can start generational wealth with this, which is so important. I'm incredibly proud of you too, but I just have to say I'm incredibly proud of you. This is an insane thing to learn and to have, and bravo to you two for getting dividends. I wish I knew what that meant. So get your kids and grandkids ready for their financial future. I want you to take part in the Smart Start Summer Kickoff on May 30th. You can get all the information you need, plus the Wesley Learns book series on the Global Children's Financial Literacy Foundation website. It's gcflf.org.
Everybody.
Where am I looking?
Okay, so a couple of comics walk into the COCO studio. Am I right? You look at me.
Okay.
That's what you look
All
at.
right.
That's right. We are back with Ben Roy and his friends. They're my friends too, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah, we
We've
made
all
friends,
bonded.
right? Okay.
We've all bonded.
Yeah,
This is
it's cool.
Lane Lognon. Am I saying that right? I said
Good enough.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Say it correctly.
Lognon.
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 There's
Yeah.
better. And Kate McLaughlin. It's so lovely to have you guys. I crushed that one too.
Yeah.
They have an upcoming show that will make you LOL. Ben, the show is called Almost Famous. Explain, please.
Okay, so briefly, I'm just going to tell people that don't know, Comedy Works has a process to be able to get onto the list. It is called the Almost Famous list. And basically, what happens is comics will do the new talent cycle, the new talent night.
I'm going to get
and
into
then
that, by the way.
Yes, exactly. The whole city's buzzing about it,
Shut up.
Tori.
Okay.
Thank you so much. But, and then what ends up happening is that eventually you get passed on to the list where you start with Almost Famous, which are sets before bigger comics on the weekend. It's like really the first step. And it's just basically an acknowledgement that you're somebody that the club and the city feels is on the rise. You're
You're someone to be
big things.
watched.
Yes,
To be watched
exactly.
in many ways, more than
And
one.
I swear to God, if you guys do not behave on that, if you do not behave.
He's gonna hit that
Oh
parasol.
my God.
What, are you going to get kicked off more segments?
Lane, I want to start with you. How did you get into comedy? I did comedy and it was because I was sad. Is that the same thing?
No, I needed something to do.
Oh, I feel you.
And they had like an open mic kind of by where I live that did like music and like poetry and stuff like
Nice.
that. And they let me tell some jokes, and they were like, "You got to go somewhere else to do that."
And I'm gonna tell people out there, a crusher. He won the Comedy Works New Talent Contest,
Dude, phenomenal. Mazel tov.
which is if you don't know about this, it lasts 12 weeks. There's well over 100 people that sign up, and it's you go through the preliminary, the semifinals,
And you won.
finals, and he was the
We got a winner here.
It was pretty easy.
It was really easy.
Yeah.
Kate, I want to ask you, how did you get into comedy, my love?
Well, like you, I'm really sad.
Thank you
And
for acknowledging.
my big naturals didn't come in until after college, so
Ditto.
I had to do something else to get their attention, so here we are.
OnlyFans. It's just we didn't get in on it, in time. Amazing. Okay, so I'd like you to describe the show, all of you, in 3 words or less. Okay, so take your time for a second. You have a microsecond, and I'm going to start with
Be
Ben.
nice.
You-
Seriously, be nice.
And Ben,
You had a pretty good one earlier.
Ben, you're going to start with you. 3 words or less for Almost Famous.
It's unhinged,
Unhinged.
funny,
Okay.
and thrifty. It's the right price. You get a lot of bang for your buck.
Very well described.
Yes.
Beautiful. Lane.
A fun time.
Oh, very
Hey,
good.
there.
I can see why you won, sir. I
And
can
they
see why
say
you won.
comics can't think on their feet.
Kate, my friend, what about you?
Wait till you hear this. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh,
Hey, wow.
this is very
Kate,
nice.
I have an English
All
degree.
right, Ben, is this show family friendly?
No, it is not.
No.
Good questions. Next one.
Is that? It's just not. It's a little spicy.
I mean, it's a comedy show. We don't censor what people say.
Good.
And so, but I think everybody, I just want to say, I started doing this with Comedy Works because this Denver scene is so amazing. This Denver comedy scene is the best in the country.
Yeah, it's really great.
And it is. And you will find huge comics around the world who, when they are asked best comedy club in the country, they will say Comedy Works Denver, and we're buoyed by that club.
We love Comedy Works. We love Mel.
It is the best comedy club. Anybody who argues with that is not in the know. It's the greatest comedy club, and because of that, we get to work in front of so many amazing comics, and it produces so many amazing new comics, and these two are going to crush. You're going to see them on Netflix and Hulu and HBO.
Can't wait for your stand-up specials. I really can't. And I'm part of the comedy scene on the Fringe, so you'll see me around.
Oh, God.
It's all about me. Catch Ben Roy and comedy up-and-comers at his show Almost Famous at Comedy Works South. It's all happening April 16th. Snag your tickets now at comedyworks.com. Thank you for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. We all say goodbye at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I love being here.